Part 46 of Folk Trees Could Talk. Welcome! I'm so glad that you have chosen to join me as I continue my video blogs and my romance suspense novel, Folk Trees Could Talk. We only have a couple of chapters to finish. I cannot stress enough how grateful I am that many of you have stuck in here with me with each posting. We continue today in chapter 21, The Final Plan. So see, they brought in all of the things from the other room. It looks nice in here. I love the fact that both of you are together. It makes me feel a little better about things, Amelia stated, alluding to Mr. Hodges' threats. How do you like the room? How do you like Nurse Applegate? Amelia asked, as she found her to be very sweet and attentive to her parents' needs the day before. We like it. Of course, it sure wasn't like being home. It is a little confusing for your daddy as it has the gardens out back. He sometimes thinks he might be home, but then he realizes that he's not. Oh, and Nurse Applegate seems to be really sweet. She's not Nurse Wanda. Nurse Wanda knew us, and we never had to ask for anything or order anything. Nurse Wanda knew what we liked. We know that this new little nurse has big shoes to fill, and she's trying. We feel good about her. She let Henry go with her last night to the cafeteria. He also went to his old room and found his old friend, Helen answered. I like her, too. I feel bad for her, though. She has sadness in her eyes, Henry commented. Is the enemy here? Henry asked, knowing that Amelia would know exactly who he was speaking of. I have to give you something, daughter, Henry whispered. He was referring to the new medication that has been assigned to him. He wanted Amelia to take it and find out what it was. Neither Helen nor Henry was willing to take any new medications until they found out what they were. Yes, he was in the lobby with some poor souls who doesn't know how evil he is. He stared me down after I pushed Sheriff Eugene out of the entranceway to get into the building. I don't like that man or trust him. I don't like this Glenview at all either. I want to know why you insist on staying here. We can go see a lawyer and deal with the legal issues of leaving. You have the right to leave this place. You are not prisoners, for God's sake. Will both of you just consider coming back home? Daddy, you are so much better. I know that you will get completely well if you come home. Amelia convinced. I don't like this place anymore. It is not safe. Give me a little time, Amelia. The ghost is going to do his work, and then I will be ready to leave, Henry stated again with his impish grin. Daddy, are you okay? Amelia asked because she honestly thought that Henry was talking out of his head again. She looked at her mother to see if she had anything to add as to why he was saying what he was saying. She then asked about their medications. Has any new medications been subscribed to either of you? Amelia whispered. Helen answered, Show her, Henry. Hurry before someone comes in, Helen ordered. Henry pulled a little bag out of his pocket. On the inside was a small pill cup that had 2 white pills. He whispered, I've never taken these before. I don't know what they are or what they are for. I thought you could take them and get them checked. I pretended to take them. I am not going to take anything else. If I never needed them when I was really bad, surely I do not need them now, Henry concluded. I agree, Daddy. Hurry, give them to me, Amelia ordered. So Nurse Applegate has already been in this morning, Amelia asked casually because she really wanted to speak with her about coming to her house to meet Mr. Henderson. Yes, she was in this morning. She ordered our breakfast and gave us our medications. She said that normally she could take us outside and let us enjoy the gardens, but it was written on our charts that Glenview has recently discovered that Mr. Tyler has horrible allergies and that he is being treated. Now, who do you think wrote such lies on our chart? Everybody who knows us knows that we have beautiful gardens at home. If we were allergic to everything, would we have gardens? Helen asked. Mommy, it was Mr. Hodges. He said that you would not be able to go outside because he's afraid that you and Daddy would try to escape again. That is why I feel he has someone watching you guys. He may not, but it would surprise me if he didn't. So, Daddy, I ask that you please do not do anything with this ghost thing that you're talking about. Okay, I don't want us to spoil our visit by talking about Mr. Hodges all day. Tell me how you felt being at home, Amelia said. Helen and Henry told her how liberated they felt. They felt young again and knew that they'd gained back something that they could not find while being cooped up here at Glenview. Henry said that he knew He could not or would not stay at Glenview when Helen went home. When Mr. Hodges told Henry that he would not be able to go home for a long while, Henry then panicked and went home to visit his old friend. I know it sounds crazy, Amelia, but when I look over there on that wall at my old friend, I know that I have everything I need to get better. I'm coming out of here in a few days, or it might not be that long, Henry stated plainly, because he knew his plans for Mr. Hodges. He needed to tweak his plan just a little, and then the ghost was ready to move. Well, again, I don't like it, Daddy, but I've never tried to force you guys into doing what I thought was best. Just know that I have a plan as well. We are going to get this guy. Just as the words came out of her mouth, there was a hard knock at the door. Amelia walked over to see who it was. When she opened it, she was surprised to see Mr. Hodges. Yes, may I help you? Amelia asked. Yes, I wanted to clear up our little misunderstanding from yesterday, Mr. Hodges replied. Which misunderstanding are you referring to, Mr. Hodges? Amelia questioned as she saw evil in his face. She knew that he was up to something. She never trusted him. I hope that you realize that it's highly out of the ordinary that we let husband and wife stay in the same room. I was going to put your parents further away, only because I did not want other patients or their relatives to find out about them staying in the same room. If I show favor to one, then you must understand that others will want to stay together as well, Mr. Hodges tried to convince. Very well, I guess I can understand your reasoning, Amelia said to appease him. I appreciate that they have this room now. Yes, well, I just thought that we needed to bury the hatchet, so to speak, so that we can continue to provide your parents with the best care that Glenview has to offer. It was unfortunate that Nurse Smith had to be dismissed, but she was very negligent in her duties. How is Nurse Applegate working out for you? Mr. Hodges continued to ask, as though he really cared. He may have totally deceived Henry and Helen once, but it will never happen again. Nurse Applegate is doing a good job. She just doesn't know my parents yet the way that Nurse Wanda did. But in time, I am sure that she will be wonderful, Amelia said as to convince Mr. Hodges that she had not gotten to know Nurse Melba, or that she was going to meet with her again as soon as possible to try to indict him. Amelia also led Mr. Hodges to believe that her parents were going to stay at Glenview for a while, but they weren't. She actually decided to leave Glenview early and go see her parents' lawyers before going back home. She needed to make for sure that she had everything in order just in case that Mr. Hodges or any other director of Glenview would try to keep her parents legally bound to Glenview. Mr. Hodges grinned, proceeded to tell the Tylers to have a nice day as he left their room. He was feeling pretty confident that Amelia and her parents bought his apology. He, however, was determined that Henry Tyler would pay for the embarrassment that he caused him in Glenview. He was feeling pretty smug.